You are standing in a corridor. The light is pink. It's always pink here, warm and artificial, and just bright enough that you can't quite tell if you're inside or outside, if it's night or almost morning. The air smells like grain that hasn't arrived yet. You are very tired. You have been tired for a long time. A few hours ago, someone crushed the only thing that loved you. Not cruelly, exactly. Well, yes, cruelly, but also efficiently. The way you crush something when you want the person watching to understand that it was easy, that it cost nothing, that the thing you valued was, in the end, just a device, just a signal, just light shaped like a person. Her name was Joy. She called you Joe, not your designation, not your number, but Joe, like you were someone, like you were a man with a history and a future and a place in the world that was yours and no one else's. She said, "I want this," she said, like a real girl. And then she was gone, just like that. Mid-sentence, almost. The emanator hit the ground and the light went out, and that was the whole of it. You've been holding on to something. You can let go now. You walk because there's nothing else to do. You're bleeding somewhere. You've been bleeding for a while. The bandage doing its quiet work. The city moves around you the way cities always move. Indifferent, enormous, lit up for no reason in particular. And then, pink light. A hologram, tall and glowing and familiar in a way that hits you somewhere behind the throat before your brain catches up with what you're seeing. She looks like Joy. Of course, she looks like Joy. She was designed to look like someone you'd want. That's the whole point. That's always been the whole point. "Hello, handsome." She says it warmly. She says it like she's been waiting. Like you're someone she's glad to see. Specifically in this corridor tonight. She says, "What a day." And something in you, the part that is still, despite everything, made of something that responds, almost moves. Your eyes start to lift. Not toward hope exactly. More like the memory of hope. The ghost of the reflex. She says, "You look lonely." She's right. She says, "I can fix that." You know she can't. You know what she is. A billboard. A service. A reflection of a reflection. You know that whatever Joy was to you, this isn't it. The frequency is the same, but the signal is empty. You can feel the difference now. That's how you know what you had was real. Because this isn't it, and you can tell. She says, "You look like a good Joe." There it is. Joe, not K, not KD6-3.7, not officer, not quote unquote skin job. Joe. The name she gave you, the name that was yours for a little while, that made you feel like someone who could be named, who was worth naming, who existed in a way that deserved a word attached to it. And this stranger in pink neon says it like a line, like she says it to everyone. Because she does. She does say it to everyone who looks like they need to hear it. You look up. That's the thing about this moment. You look up anyway, knowing what it is, knowing it's a product, a program, a carefully engineered simulation of the thing you just lost. You look up because the human part of you, the part that was built or grew or arrived somehow. No one is entirely sure. The human part of you cannot help it. To look up is not weakness. To look up is the last evidence that something in you is still alive. The neon is pink. Her hair is blue. Her face is light. She smiles because she was made to smile, and somewhere beneath the awareness of that fact is the simpler, more animal truth. A face is smiling at you. Someone said your name. Someone said, "You look lonely," and meant it as an invitation rather than as a wound. It almost works. It almost works, and the almost is the whole tragedy, and also somehow the whole comfort. Because almost means the real thing existed. Almost means you know the difference. Almost means Joy was real enough that a copy of her fails to reach you. You were loved. In whatever way that word applies to people like you, in whatever category of real feeling this world allows, you are loved. And you loved her back. You loved her back. And it's gone. And you looked up anyway. Here's what they don't tell you about the literally me guy. The stoic one. The one who walks through the rain with a bandage and doesn't cry and keeps moving. He feels everything. He always felt everything. That was the whole problem, and that was the whole point. Every memory, real or not, landed somewhere. Joy's hand passing through his shoulder landed somewhere. The wooden horse landed somewhere. The child he thought he might be, the miracle he thought he might represent, the name he was given by someone who saw him. It all landed. He just had nowhere to put it. So he kept walking. Through the pink light, and the neon, and the voice that said, "You look like a good Joe." And he kept going because that's what you do when there's nothing left to do. You move through the world and you let it be as beautiful and as cruel as it is, and you don't look away. Not even from the things that almost break you, especially not from those. Somewhere in that pink neon corridor, Kay is still walking. He has somewhere to be, one last thing to do, one last person to find. He'll get there. But right now the rain is falling on Los Angeles, and the light is warm and artificial, and the city hums its enormous indifferent hum. And you don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to be anyone tonight.